Creating an amazing brand name is something many struggle with, but it's actually very simple and, dare we say it, even easy. We'll show you how to create yours in just 2 simple steps. First, we'll explore what actually makes a great brand name and give you some examples of different types of names you can create. Second, we'll show you our simple, tried and tested process to allow anyone to create amazing brand names in no time at all, even him, but maybe not him. So, what makes a great brand name? Well, a great brand name should tick 3 very important and very square boxes, and maybe even a 4th bonus box. First, it must be relevant, simply meaning it has to relate to your company in some way, shape or form. Second, it has to be easy to say. If it's too complicated, it is less likely to be remembered. This doesn't mean that it has to be short, it simply must be simple for people to pronounce. Thirdly, it has to be memorable. If your name is relevant and if it's easy to say, then 99% of the time this box is going to be ticked too. Lastly, your name should create an image for your brand. Now, this last box does not have to be ticked. However, it can really help your brand to be remembered. A brand name that creates an image is simply using words that already exist and that are known in the customer's mind to create a brand name that wants to share the qualities and perceptions of those existing words. For example, Timberland bringing together the word timber, suggesting outdoors, and land, suggesting adventure. Another example would be Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory. The existing story of the Greek goddess lends itself perfectly to the brand Nike's winning mentality. So now you know what a powerful brand name should be. Now let's look at some different types of names so that you can choose which approach is best for your business. There are many different types of brand names, but let's explore some of the more impactful types together right now. Founders' names. This one is pretty simple, using the owner's name to showcase the founder's confidence in the product. Cadbury, Colgate and Heineken are great examples of this. Descriptive. Bringing 2 words that describe your offering together. Facebook are probably one of the most well-known brands out there to use this approach, bringing together face and book, essentially a book of faces. Groupon also use this approach, bringing together group and coupon for their discount website. Another approach is a fabricated name. This is basically a made-up word creating an image for your brand. The brand name Verizon makes absolutely no sense. However, because it is simply the word horizon with a V instead of the H, it creates a sense of imagery. Tumblr is also a great example of this. Simply by taking away the E, you are left with a name which is unique and distinctive. Metaphorical names are also great. A name based around words and stories that are relevant to your brand's character and mission. Amazon used this approach as it wanted to link itself to the biggest river in the world, as itself it wanted to be the biggest online store in the world, and also, again, as we mentioned before, Nike is linked to the Greek goddess of victory. If in doubt, an acronym never fails. Use the first letters from a string of words to create a unique brand name for your business. NASA is a great example, and also DHL, among many others if you simply go to Google and search for them. Last but by no means least, you can use your unique value proposition to make yourself distinctive in the mind of the customer. A great example of this is a watch company called The Fifth from Australia, as they only sell their watches from the 5th of the month for 5 days. So now you know what makes a great brand name and also some different types of names that you can create. Now we're going to show you a very simple step-by-step process to help you make your own. And we'll do this in just 4 simple short steps. First, you need to create a mind splash. This is simply writing down words that are relevant to your brand and your offering. Around 20 to 30 words should do the trick. It doesn't matter if it's an existing brand name which is trademarked, or even if it's a made up word. At this point, we simply want to empty your mind onto the paper so that you can have everything in front of you. Once you do this, time for step 2. Take a 5-minute break. Yep, go make yourself a coffee, go for a walk, or even play with your pet. This is really important to allow your mind to relax before coming back to the words with a fresh pair of eyes. Thirdly, come back and begin to play with the words that you've written down. Try piecing two words together, or even slightly changing the spelling subtly, like Fiverr for example. A great tool for this stage is thesaurus.com, as you can search for words that you've already written down to find other related words that are still relevant but perhaps a little more unique and memorable. From those 30 words, after a few minutes of sort of messing around, you should have at least come up with 2 or 3 brand names that tick the main 3 boxes we discussed before, and even the bonus box if the creative juices are really flowing. Once you have these 2 or 3 names, we can move on to the final step, checking availability. It's good to have a few options in case any of these names you've created are already used. The first place to check is Google. Google each brand name and check to see if any existing companies come up. If they do, then simply check what industry they are in. If their product or service is completely unrelated to yours, then it's fine and you can probably still use the name. However, if it's similar or identical and it may cause some confusion for a customer, we would suggest you choose another name. This could cause problems later on down the line if you don't follow this advice. If you can't find the brand name being used on Google, it's very likely that you can use it. However, make sure you do the searches via GoDaddy domain search at godaddy.com and also using your local trademarking database. You can find this by Googling your country and trademark directory. I'm not going to lie to you, we currently have some incredibly valuable and insightful videos on their way to your YouTube screen. However, if you're struggling with any particular areas of growing your brand, let us know in the comments and we'll make sure that we take it into consideration when developing further content. If you found this video helpful, please send us 5 large ham and pineapple pizzas as a sense of your gratitude, or just press the like button and leave a comment. It'll simply let us know that these videos are helping people, which is why we do them. Or maybe we were just hopeful someone would send us pizza. Who knows?